I'm excited about tonight's class because I have several kind of new postures and flows to share with you, and it took me a bit to get it all worked out, but I'm excited to share it with you. So for practice tonight, I would like you to have 2 blocks if you have 2 blocks. If you do not have 2 blocks, you can use 1 block plus a pillow. Like you can take like a pillow that you might have on your couch, or if you have a bolster. This is another product that a lot of companies that sell yoga supplies have. So a bolster can be like 2 blocks, and that way we're going to put our head on the one end and then get a little support from the spine and help us open up around the heart. So a bolster or the 2 blocks. And then I'm also going to use a strap. Now that is for me necessary in the one posture I'm going to show you because I have kind of limited rotation of the one hip. But you might be able to do it without a strap, but I'm going to demonstrate it with the strap on my one side so that you can kind of see how that works. Okay, I'll set that aside for right now. And then I'm going to change our flow up just a little bit. We're going to start right off flowing, and then our meditation will be in just a couple minutes. I did get a lovely chat from one of you saying that you were interested in having some deep breathing and a meditation, and that is definitely going to be part of our practice tonight, and that you do some of that even in advance of coming. Namaste. That is beautiful. You're really trying to prepare yourself to get that deeper experience. I love that. Okay, so let's begin by coming into child's pose. In child's pose, you want to have your toes together, the knees apart. Let your hips kind of sink towards your heels, and then let your body come between your thighs. And just depending on how much fold you have in your hips, your forehead may or may not come to the mat. If it doesn't come to the mat, you can put a block underneath it like this. Or you can just lift your hips a little bit and just let yourself ride up just a bit so the forehead comes to the mat, and let the arms rest on the mat. Take a breath or two here to fill the back body and let it out. 2 more big breaths, fill up the ribs and release. Another full breath. Let it go. Lifting the hips and coming forward into a table posture, bringing the knees underneath the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. A little cat-cow here. And just imagine the breath deep in the belly. And when you arch up into angry cat, push the breath out through the mouth or the nose. So coming from the deep belly, inhale, exhale, push it out as you move the breath up and out of the body. 2 or 3 breaths here. Really let yourself feel into the body. Walk the hands, one hand print forward, tuck the toes, rise into down dog. Pedal out the back of the legs as you push into the hands. Let your chest reach towards your thighs. And then walk your hands one hand print back. So you kind of lower your heels a little bit closer to the earth, gives you a little bit more calf stretch. And then inhale forward and drop the knees back to the mat. We'll prepare ourselves for the meditation now using the 2 blocks. Line them up right in the center of the mat or your pillow and your block. And then go ahead and roll over onto your backside. And the bottom of the ribs will come onto the block, and your head should be supported on the block. Now, if you feel like your head is coming over the top of the block, hinge down just a little bit here. So you get good support right between the shoulder blades. And let the arms open up. Feel the chest broadening a little. We're going to take a little movement with our arms just to get ourselves comfortable here. Bring your elbows in towards the waist. Inhale, bring those wings, those hands up over the top of the head, and then rotate the palms towards the earth as the elbows lift up. And then lift them back open. Exhale, bring the elbows down to the waist. Inhale up. Exhale, rotate the palms down to the earth, elbows up. Inhale, open the wings. Exhale, bring them down to the waist. Inhale up, rotate the palms down. Exhale, elbows out and down to the waist. Inhale up, exhale, elbows to sky. Inhale, elbows open. Exhale, down to the waist. And you can do that as much as you want to just kind of explore your own shoulder range of motion and begin spreading across the chest. When you're ready for your meditation, let your arms rest alongside the body and just feel that spreading across the chest and begin to feel your breath get a little deeper. I'm going to share a little poetry with you from Dana Falls. She is a poet and a yogi. Please stay in your reclined position. Breath of joy. Breathe in spaciousness and acceptance of what is. Breathe out resistance. Breathe in possibility and optimism. Breathe out fear and doubt. Breathe in ease. Breathe out a prayer of thanks that even in the midst of difficulty, there is awareness. Letting yourself settle there with the breath for a few more cycles. Bringing the attention over the heart. And just inquiring, what do you desire of your practice this evening? And whatever bubbles up, just letting that deepen a bit. Take one more full breath and let it go. And when you're ready, roll off to one side and come to a seated posture. Feel the tallness in your spine, and then gently let your right ear dip over towards your right shoulder, and take your right hand and gently tap the trapezius muscle, the top of the shoulder, just tapping to let it go a little there, and continue the tapping all the way down the arm, just letting the nervous system know to let go. Work your way back up and onto that trapezius again. And then pausing and switching sides, tallness in the spine, and turn that ear towards the left shoulder and tap on the other side. Gently signaling to the nervous system to let go, releasing tension. And pausing, reaching your arms out into a T, roll the thumbs back, open through the heart just a bit, and then drop that right hand to the mat as you sweep the left hand over in a side bend. Staying in that side bend and just sweep the arm, elbow to the waist. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to the waist. Inhale up and back. Coming through center, drop off to the other side. Sweep that top up, arm up and over. Keep the heart out in front. Exhale, bring that elbow to the waist. Inhale up and to the waist. And up and to the waist. One more time up and sweep on over. This time, press into the mat, reach to the sky. Look up to your hand in the sky. Exhale to the earth. Take the gaze to the sky and to the earth. Pressing into that hand in the earth, inhale up and back down. Sweep it on over. We'll take those moves on the other side. Press into the earth, reach for the sky, hand and gaze. Exhale, bring the gaze down to the mat. Inhale up Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down and come on back to center. Take a moment to roll your shoulders, just kind of waking up the upper body, and then come on to our hands and knees to continue our practice. And just take a moment to start with a little cat-cow here again. And then bring those hands, one hand print forward and push into your down dog. Pedal out the backs of the legs. Lengthen out through the hamstrings and the calves. Float forward to your plank, and we'll take a flow here, knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, roll up to cobra. Exhale, push to down dog. Then we're going to walk our feet forward, so looking up to the hands, we'll walk our feet forward, and this time bring your feet to the outside of the mat so they're a little bit wide. Hands are in the center, soft in the knees. Walk both hands over to the left ankle. Straighten the left leg as your right hand lands on the ankle and your hand on the hip, and take a revolution towards the knee as the right knee bends. Inhale and switch over to the other leg. Bring the left hand to the outside of the ankle, lengthen through that right leg, take the revolution towards the knee. Always checking out these stretches and how they feel in your body, responding to that. Coming back to center, toes forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up to the top. And from tall mountain, releasing your arms and letting it go. Very good. Now let's step to the top of our mat and we'll come into our first flow in a C series, Surya Namaskara C. Find our mountain pose. Feel the heels landing. Feel the joints stacking. Always working on our posture and that alignment in the body. Feeling a certain sense of softness here as well. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step back on the right. Bring the knee to the mat. Sweep up in that modified warrior one. Let your heels sink towards the front heel. Your hips sink towards the front heel. Exhale and fold. Frame the foot, tuck the back toes, and step back to your down dog. So straight to down dog, no flow here. Lift your tailbone up nice and high. Float forward to plank. Bring the left knee down. Step the right foot forward. Sweep the arms up in that modified warrior one on this side. Drop the hips towards that front heel. Little lift in the heart. And then bring that left hand to the knee and sweep the right hand back in a twist. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, frame the foot, tuck the toes, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep it up and release. Okay, a little warm-up cycle, and we'll take that on the other side now. Inhale, sweep tall, tall mountain. Exhale, folding at the hip. Let those arms sweep out in a swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, strong back, tailbone reaches back, inner thighs, spin to the back wall. Exhale, fold, step back with the left foot, bring the left knee down and sink those hips forward, raise the heart and the hands, modified warrior one. Exhale, as you frame the foot, tuck the back toes and step to your down dog. Take a breath here as you push the tailbone up high. Press the chest back. Inhale, float to plank. Drop the right knee and step the left foot forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Modified warrior one on this side. Bring that right hand to the left knee and sweep it open in a twist. Nice spinal twist. Keep the knee over the ankle. Hands return to the sky. Exhale and fold, and as you fold, tuck the back toes, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften. Inhale, sweep to the top. And release. Beautiful. Lovely warm-up flow there. Now our next one is the one where we're going to use our strap. If you need to use a strap, which I do, so I'm going to show you how to work with the strap. So the strap has 2 D-rings. I think you can kind of see that there, right? And so we're going to take the tail of the strap, pass it first through both of them, and reduce the size of the loop so that it's going to go around our foot. So probably about that size right there, okay? And then what you do is you take the strap and just pass it back through just 1 loop. And that creates our strap for our practice, okay? So we have a nice loop. Okay, let's bring that here alongside the foot. We'll use that in a moment with one of the blocks. So coming now to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold, coming to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and step back on the left. Now in this case, we're going to want to actually bring our knee to a block. So go ahead and tuck the block underneath the knee so you get a little support there. And I love the way this stretch feels, so I'm excited to share it with you. But you play with it and see how it is for you. So now I have to get my foot into the strap, and it might work out better if I did that before I actually put my knee on a block, but either way should work. Once your foot is in the strap, you want to bring it over the opposite shoulder or hip, okay? And you want to have that coming around the inside of that back foot, okay? And plant your left hand down next to your right foot. Turn your heart towards your knee and then begin to draw that foot in towards the hip. Now, if you're able to, you can just grab your foot and draw it in towards that hip. But if you need the strap, which I do on this side, then you draw it in and just feel that stretch. This is going to be in the quad on the left leg, the one that's on the block. The quad is going to get a good stretch, and the hip flexor in the front is getting a good opening stretch. At the same time, rotate your heart towards the knee, look up to the sky, and just draw that back foot in and breathe. Just take 2 or 3 breaths here, feeling that stretch. This feels very good for my hip and quad. And then when you're done, releasing that strap off of the foot if you were using that, plant your hands and step your other foot back for your down dog. Take your down dog for a breath. And then floating forward, bring the right knee down and step the left foot forward. Inhale up to that low lunge. Drop the right hand onto the knee and sweep it open into the twist. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold, tuck the back toes, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and fold. Inhale, sweep tall, and release. Letting go a little in the body. And on this side, I'm going to demonstrate without the strap because I have that range on this side. So coming back into your mountain. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and step back on the right, placing the block underneath the knee that you're going to be giving the stretch to on that side, the quad. And then just kick that foot up and sweep your hand around it. Plant the right hand next to that foot. Draw that heel in towards the glute. Just let the hips sink forward, getting that stretch, nice stretch in the quad and in the hip flexor as that right hand goes down. Turn the heart towards the knee. And breathe for 3 breaths here. Using the block is really helpful to cushion the knee so it feels comfortable. One more breath. Gently releasing the back foot. Frame the front foot. Step back for your down dog. Press the chest towards the thighs. Inhale to plank. Exhale, bring the left foot knee down and step the right foot forward. Sweep up to that low lunge. This is getting us a lot of stretches on the front of our hips, isn't it, in our quads? Exhale, bring the left hand to the knee, sweep that arm open. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold. Tuck the back toes, step to forward fold. Inhale, half lift and fold. Inhale, sweep to tall mountain, and exhale, release. Beautiful, a lovely flow. So our next flow, we're going to explore a new posture that is a bit like a balance posture. It's called Krishna Asana. I think it's after one of the gods or goddesses in the yoga practice. So what we'll do is we'll bring one foot over the top of the other and stand on the ball of that foot. That kind of challenges the balance a little bit. Check in with your hips. Don't let them sink down. Let them float so that they're nice and parallel. And then in this case, you can think of the goddess playing the flute, okay? So both hands are off to the one side, and your pinky and index fingers are up, and the other fingers are touching, creating that flute-like posture. And you stand there. That's the first position. The second position, you come out parallel and you bring the knee up, true balance posture, and then you step forward, step backward as your hands move forward, okay? So I'll start that at the top of our mat, finding your mountain posture, and then coming into Krishnasana, bring that right foot over the top of the left, and placing your weight on the ball of that foot, level up the hips a bit, and then bring your hands into that flute position. Take a breath here. Spread the hands out, bring the right knee up. Exhale, bring the hands forward as you step as far back as you can with that right foot. And then drop the right heel. Now this is very much like a warrior two footing. So drop the right heel and draw the right arm back as we're coming into our archer's pose, okay? And one thing that happens is we sometimes lean forward in this. So bring your hand behind your head and push your head back into your hand so you have a nice, strong, long spine, okay? Holding that archer's pose, the back elbow also sometimes likes to drift down. So see if you can try and get it parallel. So you're like an archer. Take 3 breaths here. Feel that front knee right over the ankle. And now we're going to fold our archer. So draw that left hip back, lengthen through that leg, bend the back knee, softening, and fold at the hip as the archer brings the bow towards the toe. Inhale back to archer. Exhale, fold. Pause in the fold a little bit so you feel that that left leg really pulling that hip back. It's kind of like with the stretch you get in pyramid. And then use your bow to keep your upper body in a good position. Inhale back to the archer. Exhale, bow. One more time, archer. Exhale, bow. And as you inhale, we're going to come up and come into arrow posture, which is a lot like airplane. So land on that left foot, sweep the arms back, lift the back heel, airplane or arrow. Feel yourself like an arrow in the sky. Exhale, step back, bring the hands down to the mat in your runner's lunge and step the left foot back to meet the right. And take your flow here, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come to down dog. 2 or 3 breaths here. Inhale, raise the right foot up, bend the knee. Stack your hips, feel that hip opener a little bit. Exhale, Bring the right knee forward for pigeon, hand on a block if you'd like, and bring that shin forward a little so you get a good stretch in that. You can see how I like to bring my shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. Get a good stretch up out of that right hip. Because of that first flow, I'm feeling a little more openness in my pigeon here. One more breath. Float that right knee up, heel toe over into your lunge position. Frame the foot, tuck the back toes. Exhale, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep to the top. And exhale, release. So how'd you do with the pose, Krishnasana? Let's go ahead and practice it one more time facing each other. Just bring your foot across. Now we're going to do it on the other side. So now the left foot comes over the top of the right. Level up the hips a bit. And then we're going to play our flute off to the right side. And don't forget your pinky and index fingers up. There you go. And when you're ready to move into the balance, all the weight goes into the right foot as the left knee lifts. And you come out to the side. And then as you step back, your hands come forward. Alrighty, let's come up to the top of the mat and practice on the other side. Feel your mountain landing in both heels. Cross the left foot over the top of the right, resting on the ball of that foot. Level up the pelvic bowl. And bring your flute into position. Feel the tallness in your spine. 1 or 2 breaths here. And you're ready to float the left knee up. Exhale, step back with the left foot as the hands reach forward. Drop the back heel coming into that warrior 2 pose as you draw your left arm back. Remember, we're in an archer's pose here. And then just take a moment to bring your hand to the back of the head. If you're leaning forward a little, push the head back into the hand, lengthen up that spine, and then return into those arm position for archer. Lift up the back elbow, holding here for a breath, or 3. And then straighten your forward knee so you really lengthen there. Bend the back knee as you fold forward. Bring those fingers down towards the toe like the bow is facing the earth. Inhale back up to the standing archer. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And fold. As you rise this time, we're coming into the arrow posture. So we'll land in that front foot, float the back heel and the arms out in your airplane mode. If you fall out of a balanced posture, no worries, take a breath and try again. Exhale, stepping back, land the hands for runner's lunge. And sweep the right foot back to meet the left, coming into your plank. Exhale, bring the knees down, the chest down, and the chin. Inhale, roll the heart up. Feel your cobra. We haven't spent much energy on cobra tonight, but it's such a valuable pose for our back extension. Exhale, soften a bit, tuck your toes. Begin by pushing the hips back and up, and then the hips high, down dog. Inhale the left foot up, bend the knees and stack the hips. And sweep that left knee forward for a pigeon on this side, and bring that shin forward a bit. And just work with the body you have. So I have less rotation on this side and My knee lifts off the earth a little bit, but I can still get a good stretch on the outer side of that left hip. Always accepting the bodies we have with kindness. And breathing as you stretch out of that left hip. One more breath. Gently roll the left knee up, heel toe over into your lunge position. On the exhale, step the back toes to meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up. And release. A little empty coat sleeves as you release from that posture. Okay, I think we should take that flow one more time, because this is a new position for us, and so it's a little more challenging, right? All right. So coming again to the top of your mat, coming into Krishnasana, right foot comes over the left, resting on the ball of the foot. Bring your hands up on the left side, holding the flute. Inhale, spread the hands, lift the right heel. Exhale, stepping back, drop the right heel, come into your archer's pose. Make sure and lean that spine tall and back. Lift the back elbow. And now we're going to fold our archers. Straighten that front leg, bend the back, fold towards the earth. Inhale, coming up. Exhale and fold. Lift and fold. Lift. Holding archer for 3. Really draw that navel in and up. One more breath, pelvic floor engaged. Release the posture as you float forward to your arrow. And drop the back foot, frame the foot, step back to plank. Take a flow, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the right foot, bring it forward between the hands. Leave the left hand down and we'll add a dragonfly twist this time instead of our pigeon. Exhale, bring the hand down, step to forward fold. Inhale, half lift and fold. Inhale, sweep tall and release. Coming back to the top of your mat in mountain posture. Feel yourself settling here and gently lifting the left foot over the top of the right, resting on the ball of the foot, and the flute comes out to the right side of the body. Find your breath here and your balance. Inhale, lift the left knee, arms spread out wide. Exhale, step it back, drop the back heel, pull the bow with the left hand. Reposition your feet a little if that helps you steady up. Find your archer's pose. Push the back of the head back. Straighten the forward knee and gently fold into a folded archer. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. And rise. And fold. Inhale, rise for 3 breaths here. Float forward to your arrow posture. Floating the back heel. Gently release the back foot to the floor, coming to your runner's lunge. Step the right foot back to meet the left, taking or skipping your flow here. And we all will meet in down dog. Inhale the left foot, and exhale, bring that foot forward to the runner's lunge or dragonfly twist. The right hand is down and the left hand sweeps up to the sky. Turn the heart towards the hand, towards the knee. Bring the hand down, step to forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep tall. And release. Beautiful. Okay, we'll come into a B series next. Sorry, Namaskara B. And that will include beginning with a chair. So find your way into your mountain posture, and if you're feeling a little short of breath or out of breath at this point, just settle there. Take a breath or two. Let your attention settle in the body. Feel your engagement of the muscles in the legs as the heels land and push apart a bit. Begin to soften the knees and the hips as you settle down, and the arms might reach out towards the back. And then sweep the arms up with the heart up. Coming into your chair for 3 breaths. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and step back into your plank position. With a B series, we oftentimes take chaturanga or high to low plank, so feel free to do that. And then we'll lean up into our up dog, untucking the toes, lift the heart. Exhale, we all meet in down dog. Inhale the left foot up, and exhale, bring that foot forward. We're coming into our warrior 2 posture. Back toes are off to 3 o'clock, front toes at 12 o'clock. Then float the arms up. Your spine is perpendicular to the earth and the arms parallel to the earth. Take your gaze off over the middle finger off to infinity. Soften the shoulders, breathing for 3, 2, 1 more breath. Come into triangle now. Straighten that front knee, float the arms out, and drop your hand to the inside of that right leg as the other hand reaches for the sky. Let the heart revolve to the side. Keep creating space in that left hip by drawing it nicely back. 3 breaths here. Really involve the entire balloon of the breath in the body. Involve the ribs, the low belly, and the back body. Float it all the way back to reverse or proud or peaceful warrior. The knee bends over the ankle, the left hand reaches for the sky, the back hand lands on that back of the thigh as the kneecap pulls up. 3 breaths. And windmill those arms down to the mat. Step back for your flow here. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, we meet in down dog. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale, bring it forward for our warrior 2 on this side. On warrior 2, the back toes are facing off to 9 o'clock. The front heel is intersecting the back arch. Feel that spine rise up and your arms float out for warrior 2. Breathing for 3. Check in with that front knee, making sure it's staying right over the ankle in line with the second toe. 1 more breath here. Triangle posture. Straighten the forward knee, float out the arms, and then drop that hand to the inside of the calf. Lift the left hand to the sky as the heart rotates towards me. Breathing. creating space in that right hip as you draw that hip back. Keep the spine long right through the crown. One more breath. Coming back to peaceful warrior. Soften the knee, let it land over the ankle. Sweep the hands up. There you go. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Keep pulling the back kneecap up. And then release the hands into a T as you straighten the forward leg and turn the toes to the long edge of the mat for star posture. Roll your thumbs back. Exhale as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Couple times here. Find your breath. Bring the hands to the hips and heel toe out to a nice full straddle if you're not quite there already. Let the toes be in a little more than the heels. Press on the tops of the thighs so you make your spine nice and long as you fold forward towards the mat. When you reach the mat, grab your block, walk your hands over to your left foot, turn those toes to the short edge of the mat as we take a side lunge on this side. Support the knee with the elbow and sink the hips, stretching the inner thigh. And each person feels that stretch just a little differently. Breathing with that. Gently lifting the hips and walking to the other foot. So turn those toes towards the long edge of the mat and the right toes towards the top of the mat. Coming into your side lunge on this side. And just work with the way your hips are and kind of feel into that stretch and breathe with it. Our biggest muscles are right around the hips, so it can be very valuable to have them get a stretch, but it can be challenging. 1 or 2 more breaths there. And then setting your block aside, step your right foot back to meet your left, coming into your plank position. Lift the hips up just a little bit so your back is not swaying. Exhale, push up to down dog, taking as long as you need in down dog, and then float back to plank, holding the core here and breathing. Feel the navel expand out away from the spine with the in-breath. Exhale it in. 2 or 3 breaths here. Reach the shoulder blades down the back. Take a break by pushing the hips high, back to down dog. 1 more time out to plank. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Bring the knees down. Let your hips come down. And we'll move into our core practice. Bring one of your blocks with you up towards the top of the mat. Find that kind of softer position right below or above the tailbone. And we're going to just kind of curl ourselves into a bit of a ball here. And then reach it out for your boat pose. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, bring it out. I think it works better to exhale in and inhale out. There we go. 2 or 3 times here. Breathing. Then land your heels. Bring your hips a little closer to your heels. Come down into your elbows and your back. Prepare for a bridge. Land your heels behind the hips. Exhale, push the back towards the earth. Notice the tailbone lifts up a bit. 1 more big breath into the belly. Exhale, roll up into your bridge. Slide your shoulders under a little bit. Squeeze the glutes and lift the front of the thighs. Breathing here. Two more breaths. 1 more. And gently unroll the spine coming towards the earth. Grab the back of the thighs and roll yourself back up in your boat posture. Okay, and you can definitely stay here or any position that works for you, but if you'd like to, extend into your boat, exhale into a ball. Inhale and exhale. 2 or 3 times. One more. Plant the heels down, come onto your elbows, and prepare for another bridge. Shoulders under a bit. Find the breath in the low belly. Exhale, bring that navel in. Inhale, fill. Exhale, and roll it up into your bridge. Roll the shoulders under. Draw the knees towards each other. And gain a little stillness as you hold bridge. Breathing. Letting go in the arms. Unwind your spine vertebrae by vertebrae as you drop the tailbone towards the heels. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Draw some circles on the back. Switch directions. Slide the hands down onto the shins. Rock left and right, catching yourself with your elbow. Slowing down, let your feet come to the earth as you take your block. Slide it underneath the sacrum. Roll the shoulders under a bit. Bring the knees up towards the chest. Float the heels to the sky. Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. Maybe drawing some circles with the ankles. And when you're ready, letting the heels drift apart. Taking a bit of an inner thigh stretch. Breathing, feeling the breath in the belly. As you begin to unwind your practice. With the next exhale, letting the heels come back together. Bring the knees towards the chest, reach between the thighs, and grab the big toes or ankles, whatever's available to you for a little happy baby. Use the elbows to press the knees apart a bit. Let the elbows and the knees come down onto the knees come towards the armpits. Feeling the back pressed against the earth. Releasing the feet, bring the right ankle over the left knee, coming into our eye of the needle. Slide the hands behind the back of the left thigh, right elbow into the right thigh. Keep the right ankle flexed for your number 4 or eye of the needle posture. And some people prefer to take this off the block. You feel what is working best for you tonight. You come off the block anytime you want. Just do it safely. Your feet supporting you when you do it. And then switch your number 4 pose or your eye of the needle pose to the other side. Left ankle over right knee. Left elbow into left thigh and draw the right thigh back towards you. Breathing for 3, 2, last one. And gently releasing. Letting both heels come down towards the earth. Let the soles of the feet come together. The knees fall apart a bit. And again, you can come off your block if you want. Let your arms come up into goddess, into cactus arms. Just like a floating goddess or a butterfly. Just resting here for a breath or two. Taking the hands to the outer thighs and lifting the knees back to the sky. Press into the heels and slide your block out. And begin to prepare yourself for Shavasana, our final resting posture. You can certainly choose to do another posture if you feel like you're needing one more posture, like a long spinal twist, whatever works for you. And then when you're ready, unwind your body onto the mat, arms and legs a little away from the center of your body. Take a nice big breath in and let it go. And begin to soften the body towards the earth. Now bring our poem back to us, The Breath of Joy by Dana Falls. Breathe in spaciousness and acceptance of what is. Breathe out resistance. Breathe in possibility and optimism. Breathe out fear and doubt. Breathe in ease. Breathe out a prayer of thanks that even in the midst of difficulty, there is awareness. Letting the body be heavy now. The earth is large, rising up to support you. Let gravity be present, yielding to the earth in the shoulders, the elbows, the hands, the back of the head heavy against the earth, and the spine long, and the hips heavy, resting on the earth. Feeling the length of the left leg all the way down to the heel, the sole of the foot, heavy, soft and warm. And the right leg, the full length of the leg, all the way down to the sole of the foot, letting that leg on the right be heavy, soft and warm. Letting go of tension in the hands. Feeling the air as it touches your face, letting your face be soft. The jaw spread just a little bit. Let the breath gently move in and out of the body. Noticing your breath right over your heart. Receiving the breath and letting it untangle anything that's there. And releasing the breath, letting go. On your own now for a few breaths. Beginning to deepen the breath just a bit. Possibly bringing the hands towards your heart and towards your belly. Just checking in with your emotional body and offering a bit of kindness towards your experience. Taking a bit of a stretch or drawing your knees in towards your chest, comforting the low back a bit, rocking a little bit left and right. And when you're ready, joining me in a seated posture to close our practice time together. Bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you, friends, for joining me in this evening practice. Taking a few moments to reset our nervous system. Tending for our experience with kindness. May you have a beautiful week. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful week.